What's going on, everybody? C4, welcome back to the channel. And today's video is a little bit of a follow-up response, if you will, to an earlier rebuild we've already done here in the Madden 23 season. We did a realistic rebuild with the Philadelphia Eagles, and much like the Eagles in real life, we gave Jalen Hurts the 2022 season to prove that he can be our franchise quarterback, to prove that he can take this team to the next level. And in our rebuild, he did not, unfortunately. So we had to use our draft capital in the 2023 NFL draft, drafted his replacement. We got Anthony Richardson, football machine out of the University of Florida, who hopefully in real life this week and absolutely kicks the crap out of ranked Utah, and our Gators get started off, gets popping. But in that rebuild, Anthony Richardson took this offense to the next level and got us the levels of success that we wanted to get in that video. But there was enough people in the comments saying, "Oh, classic, C4 hates Jalen Hurts. You only give him 1 year, gotta give him more." The Hurts ride or dies. The Hurts truthers are alive and well. And you know, I don't hate Jalen Hurts. If I hated Jalen Hurts, I wouldn't even entertain the thought of this video. But I thought, you know, it's not going to be as long as a regular rebuild, which is more of a challenge than it is a traditional rebuild. But we are going to go 5 years, and Jalen Hurts is going to be our quarterback for all 5 years. Our plan is to either develop him. I mean, Philly does have a pretty good offense here in Madden 23. They can be pretty explosive. You can put up some pretty big numbers. So the ceiling and opportunity is there for Jalen Hurts to play well and go up a couple dev traits here or there and absolutely develop into a franchise quarterback. But our goal is to keep this man under center 5 years, win a Super Bowl with Jalen Hurts on the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, I've updated the rosters a little bit. Went ahead and made a sensational trade in real life, in Madden. And we've acquired Chauncey Gardner. We sent just a couple garbage draft picks to the Saints. And in return, we get Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, one of my favorite players in the NFL. Was a Florida Gator. Loved him at Florida. Hyped him up, man. I got receipts as well. I got receipts that this guy is an absolute monster. I've been the day one truther, and I'm very, very happy and excited that he's in Philadelphia. I went into this year being like, I have no idea what new Eagles jersey I want to get. I was like, I might just get Kelsey, play it safe. You know, maybe get some Slim Reaper. You can't go wrong with a Slim Reaper. But ultimately, I was like, I don't really, And now we might got a guy here, Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. And we've also taken a little bit of what we remembered from that first Eagles rebuild as far as kind of setting our team up. So we have taken Hassan Reddick and moved him to defensive end, so he's not, Madden doesn't have a way to accurately represent the left outside linebacker in Philly's scheme, like where this is primarily a pass rusher. And it'd just be an absolute waste having Hassan Reddick play at that spot right there. So we're going to go to Kobe Dean, TJ Edwards, and Kaiser White as our linebackers. And, obviously that might make the D-tackle situation a little sticky because you don't need all these guys. But we'll also make Jordan Davis a starter for the time being, because if he doesn't play right away, he, that dev trait could be a going. Hargrave's in a contract year. So that's kind of like the only thing we're going to carry over from that first rebuild. But I'm excited to see now having Chauncey Gardner-Johnson on the back end of that defense, if that's going to elevate that group. But again, no matter what happens on either side of the football, it all is going to revolve around this man right here. So before we get into it, cheesy YouTuber stuff, guys, 1,000 likes on every single video. Leave comments in the comment section below about what rebuild you guys want to see next. I haven't even started recording, so it's all in your guys' court. Let me know in the comment section below. But without further ado, let's get into year 1 of 5 of can Jalen Hurts bring a Super Bowl, be a franchise quarterback for the Philadelphia Eagles. For things up, Andre Dillard has a lot of trade offers. I think he is still, at this point, one of the hottest trade targets in the NFL, especially if you're looking for a tackle. But for our squad, he's in a contract year. We're not going to re-sign him. I'm looking here from the Denver Broncos. They're offering us Lloyd Cushenberry, and I feel with that, we've done it, I think, already before. You take Cushenberry, we'll be able to put him in there at right guard. He has that star dev, and he offers a little bit higher ceiling than Isaac Seumalo. Actually, he's just an outright starter over Seumalo, so the offensive line looks even better, and Dillard has an opportunity to go land somewhere as a potential starter at tackle. He's not sniffing the field behind Jordan Mailata. Guess you had a bad nap while Dado was trying to work. This is your first video. Say what's up. Okay. Thank you. She says Buff says we're going to win a Super Bowl. Want Buff? You want Buff? Buff? All right, there you have it, man. Let's get into year 1. All right, it's time to negotiate some contracts for this team. We're not going to deviate too far off the plan of like what you would obviously do. So first up, Kelsey, got to get him until he retires. Hargrave, we'll wait. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson coming in the building. Absolutely need to give him. We'll give him, we'll start player friendly, and if not, we can go very player friendly. But we didn't just bring him to the team to let him walk right away. I think the next biggest signing probably is Kaiser White, knowing how well he plays in this scheme. So we'll offer Kaiser a 4-year deal. Now, this is where it gets a little bit difficult. Hargrave, we don't really need him. You don't need that third D tackle, even though in real life you absolutely want that third D tackle. James Bradbury is another interesting one because the regression is about to hit 29 going into 30. He's only looking for a 1 year, and then you got but the thing is that the strength of this upcoming draft class is corner, running back, and outside linebacker. So I feel like between Edwards, we can like fill all those needs and keep that salary cap, because the thing that we didn't have to really focus on or even worry about the last time we were with the Eagles was paying Jalen Hurts. This whole idea was that we could keep this stacked team because we just moved from one quarterback on a rookie deal to another quarterback on the rookie deal. Jalen Hurts has to get paid next season, so I really think it's going to be in our best interest. We'll hammer out a contract extension for Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, and then we'll just keep the rest. So there is going to be some significant roster turnover, which puts the pressure on us drafting very well in this first draft. And then we get hit with the what you don't want to get hit with. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson wants to test out free agency. I mean, again, I could just be aggressive in bidding on him on the open market. Maybe that's what we got to do. I really just don't. I want him here. He's another reason why I wanted to rebuild the Eagles right now. So I'll get no bidding war. We'll keep him. And at the end of year one, about as expected, I'm going to assume Jalen Hurts just average. We're trying to make an average quarterback into a great quarterback. I mean, it's going to take time. You're not going to find that success year one. We go 9-8. We make the playoffs. Not too bad. Looking at how we performed really in a very friendly Madden scheme, 3,800 passing yards, 29 touchdowns, 17 picks, 65% completion percentage. I mean, combined with the rushing, it's not bad. Like, that's an above average, slightly above average season. I think all things considered, 30 plus total touchdowns responsible for. Didn't fumble it. A decent year to Miles Sanders as well, 1,100 yards, 13 touchdowns. But again, much like what we learned from the last Eagles rebuild, and it'd be stupid not to take what we learned from that. Miles, you can do better than Miles Sanders, I think, in this scheme. Receiving 1,100 yards, 10 touchdowns, Devontae Smith, 8-4 for Quez, 6-7 A.J. Brown. So Jalen Hurts' best friend didn't really live up to the $100 million contract that we gave him. 6-4 there for Dallas Goedert. On the defensive side, Kaiser White, tackle machine. We got 13 sacks to Hassan Reddick, 10 from Fletcher Cox. And literally no other side. Look at the interception numbers, dude. Oh my God, he's going to cost us so much. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, 7 picks. Slay, 7 picks. Avonte Maddox, 5 picks. 4 picks for TJ Edwards. I think we might have to keep EJ Edwards, all things considered right now. Jesus. Looking at the yearly awards we have on the MVP front, Josh Allen is the MVP, and looking for these individual awards, I don't think we're going to have any Philadelphia Eagles. We do not, except Chauncey Gardner-Johnson going up DB of the year. I don't even have to freaking franchise tag him at this point. So first playoff game is difficult at Lambeau Field against the Green Bay Packers, and I think the averageness of Jalen Hurts' season could be washed away with a victory. Unfortunately, we are one and done yet again. One and done last year against the Bucks in real life. One and done this year against the Green Bay Packers, 30-24, in a game that Jalen Hurts played way better than he did against the Bucks. 277 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 pick. We just could not stop the rushing offense here of Green Bay. But no matter what way you cut it, man, we're still one and done in the playoffs. It needs to be stated, man. Year one. Look at that Super Bowl champion, Dallas Cowboys. Pressure is on. Dallas is the Super Bowl champs. So we absolutely need to go and do the damn thing before this 5 years is up. Looking at our squad as far as dev traits, another offense, I actually thought there was a chance maybe A.J. Brown would lose his dev trait. He needs to play a lot better, all things considered. Defensively, Fletcher Cox goes up to an X factor. We have Slay going up to an X factor, and Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with his 7 picks is a superstar. And who knows what kind of bidding war, but we're going to be very aggressive in trying to hit him and bring him back on the open market. Actually, you know what? That's not, given how much salary we have, just tagging Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, 1 year, $11 million. That's a no-brainer at this point. Also, I'm sick and tired of Jason Kelce retiring every year one. It's not happening, okay? It's not, even though we got Jurgens there, it's not happening. For free agency, I thought bad about it. If Miles Sanders put up that kind of year in real life, maybe they would look at extending him anyway. So we're going to reach back out to Miles Sanders. Plus, I wasn't in love with the running backs I saw in the draft. Same goes for safeties. We need a free safety. I think we can do a little bit better than Epps. So we have Taylor Rapp here, who is a scheme fit, only 25 years old. with that star dev. You know, not ridiculous money. We still have plenty of salary cap to continue to build this team, and obviously we're going to have to re-sign Jalen Hurts. But Miles Sanders, Taylor Rapp, you got to figure we can also include Chauncey Gardner-Johnson in this free agency haul. Now it's time to go crush the draft and try and help Jalen Hurts. We're on the clock at pick 7. We have 2 first-round picks, so we need to hit on these ones. Our 2 biggest needs right now, we need TJ Edwards replacement at linebacker. We also desperately need a corner. Corners are arguably the biggest one. Got a couple linebackers here that I am looking at. Shelton Baldwin should be available. Maybe Max Ship will also be available. Looking at those stats, they look pretty good. Corner is a position that we scouted heavily so that we can make the most informed decision. There is some value down here. We got a couple guys that are popping round 1s that are also fringe players. But it's times like this, you go with the lock, you go with the highest rated player. Got B catching, B man, B press, so he's absolutely a man cover corner. The combine's not. That's the one thing that's a little bit off, is the combine's not S tier, but it's still pretty damn good, all things considered. 4.39 speed. So Rakeem Moorhead out of the University of North Carolina, UNC, is going to be our first pick here at corner, and at least he pops hidden depth. That's the biggest worry when we've noticed, at least in terms of trends here in Madden 23, when you get those players that are guaranteed first-round talents, more often than not, it felt like they've been like normal dev guys. They'll be high ratings, high 70, 76, 77, but they pop that normal dev. So hopefully with that, we get the high 70s and the hidden dev here with Moorhead. And pick 21 comes around, and our second target is still here. Shelton Baldwin, run stuffer out of USC, A block shed, B pursuit, A tackle. We're not sure about the zone coverage. Combine ticks off all the boxes that you want to see. Maybe it could be a little faster, but we'll make this selection. Hidden dev, welcome to the Eagles. I'm just going BPA here. Bart Riles out of Tennessee, A power move, A tackle. Good combine. We'll gamble on the traits, and he pops hidden dev. Running back's important. Like, we're in BPA. I did scout a couple running backs because I thought the plan all along was we would move on from Miles Sanders, but we rewarded him with a good year. Couple interesting running backs. Green looks solid at Air Force, but the guy that kind of caught my attention a little early on, and then once we saw the combine, I was like, okay. Plus, he's a great compliment. Mac Northcutt, 5'10", 230. Got the A break tackle, B carry, B ball carry vision, and the combine for a power back is exceptional. 4.42, first in the bench, top 10 in everything. He looks like an absolute stud. No dev trait, but should be a pretty high rating, I think. Last, you want a punter. A awareness, A kick accuracy. Sounds pretty good. Let's go hidden dev punter. Let's go. Now look at our draft recap. This feels almost as good as the draft we've had so far in Madden 23. Moorhead, not only did he pop with the high rating, which we thought we were going to get anyways because he had the first round talent, he has the dev trait as well. Great speed. He's going to start. I think he's going to start for us as a rookie on the outside. We got in the second first-round pick, Shelton Baldwin. That rating might shift up a little bit. He will be most likely our middle linebacker. Maybe we keep him there. We move Nakobe Dean back inside, but he has the hidden dev. And with dev trait regression on, it is important these guys with the hidden dev see the field, ideally, even though we do kind of impose, if a rookie loses the dev trait, we kind of fix that a little bit. Bart Riles, just kind of a surplus BPA type selection there. He's 74 with the hidden dev. Northcutt is 74. Norm, I actually thought he could have been a little bit higher there. But look at that, man, coming in. Great power back. Great complementary option to Miles Sanders in that backfield. We got I just went corner. One of the corners that we had scouted, he was 3rd, 4th round. In terms of talent, 68. And our hidden dev punter, Shane Forden from Memphis. Let's go. That guy does not look 22 at all. That guy looks like he's 42, but that's fine. Because he's a special teamer. No one cares. No one's going to check him out. So here's a quick snapshot of how the team looks like going into year 2 of the Jalen Hurts era. Offensively, we're bringing back the same weapons. We are down Jason Kelsey, but, that's a reason why they used a high-ish draft pick on Juergens, because it's inevitable at the end of that era will sadly happen. Defensively, not too much has changed. Baldwin will take over for TJ Edwards. We got Slay, Maddox. We're going to give Moorhead the opportunity to play right away. We brought Rapp in via free agency, and Chauncey Gardner-Johnson playing on the franchise tag. A goal objective this year is to get him to a long-term extension, but I want to see a little bit better than 9-8. I want to see Jalen Hurts get 30-plus passing touchdowns. I want to see this team not be one and done in the playoffs here in year 2 of this Jalen Hurts Madden 23 Philadelphia Eagles rebuild. Okay, we go into the bye, 2-6. But it's a challenge. This is not necessarily feel good. Everything's going to work out 100%. This is a a challenge type video to win with this guy. So we are going to give him, he wants more than $150 million as well. It's a challenge. It's a challenge. And Quez doesn't want, no one wants to be here because Jalen Hurts sucks. Literally, I don't think I have any money to re-sign any of these players because no one wants to be here. Any future deal yet, don't want to be here. What else we got? Fletch doesn't want to be here. Slay wants to stick around. We'll give him actually a 2-year deal. Finally, one good guy. One good guy wants to actually be a part of this Jalen Hurts project. Thank you. This is literally the most amount of money I could pay this guy. This is brutal. What? I can't even do a Jalen Hurts rebuild? Okay, we're able to re-sign Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. I think we'll be able to keep Quez around. We gave him a 4-year. Let's even give him a 5. We'll go up to 4.5, 2.5, just under 2.5. We got Quez, and I think we'll probably have to hit up Hurts on the open market. I don't think there's going to be a lot of demand for him. I think that's our best way of bringing him, keeping him around, because I don't want to tag him. That's 20-some million bucks. We also got Cushenberry re-signed at right guard. So year 2 comes to an end. We go 5-12. You know what? Look at that. Almost a top 10 passing offense. Maybe Hurts actually played well. But we're going to have to hit him on the open market here. He played well. Wasn't 4,900 yards, 27 touchdowns, 16 picks. He also chipped in 8 rushing touchdowns. Not a bad year there out of Miles Sanders as well. 6'5". Hey, at least A.J. Brown ain't. We needed that. We needed this kind of production from a $100 million wide receiver. So that's good. That gives you some optimism. Almost 1,000 yards for Devontae. Quez had a decent year, even though no tutties. Solid year for Goddard. Defensively, Kaiser White, 124 tackles. Dean went off. Maddox went off. 13 sacks from Fletcher Cox. Just have no money to re-sign him, though. That's down bad just a little bit there. On the interception front, a couple 2 pieces there. Benjamin had 2 picks. Moorhead, rookie, 2 picks. Let's see what the death. Shelton Baldwin. I call him Benjamin. Shelton Benjamin, the wrestler. Shelton Baldwin, 77 star dev. That's solid. Well, we also had another dev trait, the corner, and then our D end. Rakeem. Oh, it's X Factor! Let's go! I think the only other X Factor we've drafted so far in Madden, we got him like year 4 or 5. Like year 4 going into year 5, so he didn't really have much of a chance. Moorhead. I should have looked at this. Maybe I wouldn't have re-signed Slay. God damn, X Factor right out the box out of North Carolina. Let's go. What about that defensive end? Did we get something else? Something juicy there? Bart Riles had 2 sacks on 3 tackles, which is very good. He obviously didn't play enough snaps to get that dev trait unveiled. But, all right, some positives. As long as we can re-sign Jalen Hurts this offseason, keep this whole, themed video going, I think we're looking pretty decent right now. Desmond Ridder is the MVP. Looking here in the NFC. Dang, nothing there. I don't think we're going to have any award winners. We do not. So let's get into the offseason and pay Jalen Hurts a whole lot of money. For the 2nd year recap, Dallas makes it to the Super Bowl again. At least this time they lose to the Raiders. Jonathan Abram there getting MVP. Let's go take a look at our dev traits as we cleared our lockers. Hopefully Jalen Hurts somehow didn't, maybe with the rushing and stuff, he can combine to go up dev. He did not, which is good. A.J. Brown went up to superstar, which is also very good. On the defensive side of the ball, all of our linebackers are now hidden dev. So Dean and Kaiser White got dev traits. Baldwin is a star. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson still stays there at superstar. Riles, our hidden dev D end, is a star. We have our X Factor in Rakeem Moorhead. Downside is Slay did lose that X Factor as well as Fletcher Cox. So that kind of sucks. Did Fletch get hit twice? I know that can happen, but I didn't think he had that bad. He loses 2 dev traits. Luckily, at least he's going to the open market, but, Philly legend, man. Respect Fletch. Okay. Yeah, nah. Thankfully, with the ridiculousness that is currently the unpatched Madden free agency, I don't think there's going to be a lot of people rushing to re-sign and offer Jalen Hurts. I think we might be able to lowball him here a little bit. So on top of lowballing Hurts, I literally offered the most I could. It still only got 2 bar. It's a challenge rebuild. Why not get the man that should have been an Eagle all along? We'll at least try. If we get him, it'll be fun, but our salary cap's absolutely screwed. But we'll just see. First wave. Players have reviewed their offers. We're still leading on both. Second time. Oh, what? Top up. There's no way they're better than us. We can't lose Jalen Hurts. Oh my God. I'm gonna have to do this. We have to withdraw our offer so that we can make sure we secure the services of this man. And we gotta free up a little bit more salary cap. So the most likely cut candidate right now, fortunately, is Jake the Snake Elliott. God, disgusting. It's a challenge rebuild. It's a challenge. That's all I gotta keep saying. It's a challenge rebuild. We just had to give him 4 years, $70 million. It's a challenge. We'll also pick up the 5th-year option on Devontae Smith's contract. Just kick that can down the road a little bit. All right, so we're at pick 4. I think if you told me C4, what's the best play right here, it's trading down. But we do need Fletcher Cox replacement. This guy looks as good as a potential replacement could be. Quentin Carrington out of Iowa State. B finesse, B power, A tackle. Would like that block shed to be a little bit better. But the combine, all that stuff looks pretty good. We won't be duped again. We got Steven Booker here at corner. B catching, B zone, nothing below a C, which is pretty decent. Combine's pretty good. Again, thinking about the veterans right now. If I can get a tackle with the next pick, that'd be ideal, because now we're just like, all right, let's get someone in case Slay retires, and then let's get somebody in case Lane Johnson retires. So we got Steven Booker here. Let's grab ourselves a tackle here. This guy, Joel Brackett, Ohio State, looks, can you be our hidden depth player? A awareness, A pass block, B run block. The combine, very good outside the bench press, but bench press isn't what it used to be. And there we go. We at least pull one hidden depth player from this draft. We got a couple interesting D tackle. I just want, D tackle corner again. We maybe go for a second swing and see if we can get a hidden depth player. Something I think I'm starting to catch on to here, especially the D tackle, is this is the guy. It feels like every couple years you get an outrageously sized nose tackle. Quincy Ross, 6'1", almost 360 pounds. You don't see these guys, and they always have the West bench press. 40 reps, 44 on his pro day. This is like the one guy I feel kind of confident, like he's going to be hidden dev, and he's probably going to be like into the 70s. So I can just tell you right now, one guy to look for that is a 50-year-old man. But if you need a defensive tackle, when you see a guy that's 345, 350 pounds plus, that has the top bench press, they're almost always going to be a good player. Pad the stats at this point. Got a depth safety just because we only had one on the roster. Let's go. So I felt pretty bad that our first 2 picks were only normal devs. I hold myself to a higher standard. They should be good ratings, and they're not bad. That's all said and done, a 73 normal dev D tackle at pick 4. Yeah, so that's a bad pick. Booker, at least in the second round, 76 normal. So, I mean, there's a developmental guy there. He's going to be corner 4 this year. And we only really need him if there's a surprise Darius Slay retirement. Our hidden dev first came in the second round with Brackett at left tackle. He's going to be more so groomed to be the successor for Lane Johnson. Ross, the nose tackle. 3 gigantic, just outrageous looking player. 75 with the hidden dev trait, which is huge. I mean, I don't know where he's going to play. Honestly, that's a better pick than our first round pick. Then we got our third hidden dev player, Enrique Davis. Free safety out of Ball State, 67 there with the normal dev, and I just let the computer make those last 2 picks because we were crushing it. So, very good draft class, all things considered, even though that first pick was a little bit of a bust. Year 3 for our Jalen Hurts. Can he be good for the Eagles in Madden? Rebuild challenge. And would have been nice to get Justin Jefferson in free agency, but Jalen Hurts just wanted the biggest bag he could potentially secure, knowing that he had us bent over a table and we had to pay him pretty much anything. We definitely did not have a lot of leverage, but at least we got a superstar A.J. Brown. That is an improvement for this squad. Defensively, our new terrifying. I mean, look at our 2 D tackles. We got Jordan Davis, 6'6", 336, and that's a generous 336. He's probably closer to 56 than he is 36. And then now we got Ross, Quincy Ross, 360. So I don't think there's going to be any team running on us this year. Our front 7, very good. Moorhead into year 2 as an X factor. We got Slay. We got Gardner Johnson. We got Taylor. Like, this team has no weaknesses. Just everything is still there for this guy to succeed here in year 3. Another year, another season. Our goal is to make the playoffs. Okay, midway point of year 3. We are last in the division. I think I know how this rebuild's going to end up, but you never know. Contracts. We have $36 million, so we can re-sign whoever we would like. First up, Landon Dickerson should get the bag first. We'll give him a low player-friendly deal. Okay, he wants more money. That's another thing, man. Like, inspire your teammates here a little bit, Jalen Hurts. Can we? Can we like get some, get some of these guys that want to like buy into the project so not every single offer is like they're just stiffing their nose up at it. We got Riddick here at D end. Maybe we give him player friendly. He'll take it. Don't have the salary cap. Okay. Right on. Sick. All right, so we're able to get Landon Dickerson on a very player-friendly deal. We unfortunately had to withdraw our offer from Avonte Maddox, and we're going to have to kind of pick and choose here. And clearly, at least in terms of upside, Josh Sweat does have the more upside. So we should be able to lock him in here on a 3-year deal. But we are going to have to find replacements for both Avonte Maddox and Hassan Reddick. So what am I saying? We don't need replacement. We got Booker, who could step in for Avonte Maddox, and we have Riles, who could step up for Reddick. We've drafted well. Fallen ass backwards into it, but nice. Year 3 comes to a close, and Kyle Pitts is off winning MVPs with the Atlanta Falcons. Super Bowl, that is. As, hey, we didn't even make the playoffs. We were last place in the division. Take a look at the stats this year. Let's see how much Jalen Hurts elevated his game. And again, only thing I could say is we know different quarterbacks, the exact same setup, the exact same teammates, play a lot better. 4,300 yards, 29 touchdowns for Jalen Hurts. Did chip in almost 600 yards rushing and 8 rushing touchdowns. So the combination of it, 37 total touchdowns. It's not brutal, but definitely some limitations here offensively for the Philadelphia Eagles. Solid year to Miles Sanders, 1,100 yards, 4 touchdowns. A.J. Brown, Dallas Goedert almost broke 1,000. A little bit of down year there for Devontae Smith, but it's not... All things considered, given the quarterback play, it's not a bad year. Both White and Dean go over 100 tackles, 9 sacks for Reddick. He's leaving, which is cool. Slay led the team with 5 interceptions. Yearly awards, we had Desmond Ridder is the MVP. CMC, Chase Young, Wagner, Best. Okay, we didn't have any rookies. We have no chance of having any individual award winners. So now it's just like the massacre. As we go into year 4, what dev traits have been taken away from us? Because I don't think anyone's going up a dev trait. On the offensive side of the ball, we have A.J. Brown, who lost his superstar. That's it. So I guess it could have been worse. And on the defensive side of the ball, Chauncey Gardner-Johnson lost his superstar, which kind of sucks. But, we're not playing well. We had no money to sign anybody on the open market. I think we had just over $15 million. Given the fact that we have some young guys' contracts coming up, doesn't make the most sense to be, bringing in like a 1-year veteran. At least not this year. Maybe going into year 5, we could do something like that. But we will do a little bit of business here, picking up the 5th-year option on Jordan Davis. All right, at least Jalen Hurts is doing one thing well, getting us top 5 picks. Pass rush corner is really our options here. Not a whole lot I'm in love with. Like, this is the top pass rusher that's available here, pick 4. John Short. And the combine's pretty awful. So... secondary need, would you go on the corner here, and we got a legit top 5 scouted talent here in Burris, Tyron Burris out of USC. And again, we need to get a Avonte Maddox replacement. The last guy we got was normal dev, so if this guy is anything better than a normal, he will be a nice contributor. Plus, still going to think maybe if Slay surprisingly retires, we're not going to have a lot of crazy money to just immediately get a 1-year corner for the 5th year. So hopefully Burris is legit. He does pop with the hidden dev. I would love another X Factor corner. That'd be cool. Here's our draft recap. I'm done in the business of just bragging about all my picks. I draft well. It is what it is. Burris, 76 hidden dev. That is outstanding. Hopefully that dev trade's something a little bit better. We got Deshaun Presley, 76 normal dev safety, just a depth option right now. More so like a wrapped contract comes up. Maybe we can go kind of lean into that a little bit. 3rd round, we got a center with a hidden dev just because Jurgen's been stuck on a normal, so I just kind of, maybe let's go BPA on the offensive line. And then we got Jamar Elliott in the 5th round, another hidden dev offensive lineman. I can tell you right now, the one thing that's a little bit off-putting that I could say in terms of hints is don't fall for the bench press. It used to be previous Maddens, high bench press, almost always guaranteeing the player is very good. I'm not going to say for sure yet that low bench press means they're going to be a good player, but if they have great stats, low bench press, I've had some pretty good luck drafting those linemen. Year 4 for the Philadelphia Eagles, and offensively, we bring back the same unit, so the chemistry should be there. I mean, I would love to be able to be like, yeah, we got a brand new X Factor. We just don't have that money because we're paying a quarterback, which is the challenge of this, I know. Defensively, we are going with Riles now, taking over for Hassan Reddick, and Burris, our 1st-round pick, top 5 corner, is going to be taking over for Avonte Maddox. So, again, very good team, very talented roster. Absolutely should be pushing for the playoffs here in year 4. So that is, once again, our season goal. All right, we got a little bit of promise. We're still technically tied for last in the division, but 5-4 at the midway point is not brutal, all things considered. Now, coming to contract negotiations, we actually have a little bit of money this year, so we could be able to extend here. Devontae Smith, got him locked in. Don't want to let him walk. We got Jordan Mailata at tackle. He's absolutely interested. So not, even just being above 500 gets these guys here all kind of buying in. Dallas Goedert wants a little bit more money, so we'll go 5.5, 5.6. Got Dallas Goedert locked up, 22 million bucks. Now, the Kobe Deans want edge rusher money. That's the issue right now. That's something that I think should get fixed in Madden. Outside linebacker, there needs to just be a tag that's just straight up like edge rusher. This is their demands for contracts, because there's no way you're giving an off-ball linebacker like $80 million. So we're gonna more so focus on Lane Johnson, who is interested in re-signing for the last year of this rebuild. And unfortunately, Slay and Dean and Jurgens, but we got some depth there on the offensive line. Unfortunately, we got to let him walk. All right, it wasn't pretty, but Jalen Hurts gets us another 9-8 season to try to run the gauntlet here in the playoffs to get revenge from his first playoff defeat. And that is in real life last year against the Bucks. Take a look at our stats here this season. Did Jalen Hurts ball out? Okay. Where was this? Where's this been? He might be the freaking MVP this year. 45 total touchdowns for Jalen Hurts. 1,300 yards, 14 touchdowns. Devontae, 11 and 10 for A.J. Brown. 900 yards there for Quez. 8 and 8 for Dallas Goedert. What? Did we just finally figure out how to shift out of neutral here? 140 tackles, Kaiser White. We got 11.5 sacks for Carrington at D tackle. He's getting some reps here. Jeez. Fletcher Cox, 5 picks for Slay. Well, unfortunately, we just had no money to re-sign. Yearly awards, MVP goes to Mahomes. Jalen Hurts is runner-up. Maybe it's just, it's like a slow cooker. It takes a little bit of time. It's not going to be right away. If you want that, you go for the microwave. But Jalen Hurts in the slow cooker, we're starting to see some, patience is paying off here for the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, again, great statistical season. From that standpoint, very happy. Runner-up for the MVP. Can you win a playoff game? Because this whole thing is not, can we make Jalen Hurts good? It's, can Jalen Hurts win? And he handles business. 35-31. Handling. I don't even know. Let's see what their quarterback is. It's definitely not still Brady. That's kind of disgusting. I would hope in this situation we'd win that one almost every time. But now it sets up a matchup here against the 1 seed Green Bay Packers. We can upset them. We're the better team. We're 4 points overall. Done a great job in this rebuild drafting talent. And unfortunately, we fall shy here in the division round, 35-24. And is this a Jalen Hurts issue? They got Joe first of all. Come on. Second of all, yeah, not the greatest from, runner-up MVP. Probably need to play a little bit better than that. So, well, we have some optimism around Jalen Hurts going into the 5th and final year of this rebuild that if he plays like that again, we're going to have a chance at a Super Bowl. Before the Super Bowl goes to the Kansas City Chiefs as they beat the Packers 41-14. CeeDee Lamb, wide receiver 1 there now. There's good and bad when it comes to the dev trade scenarios as we go into the final year of the rebuild. The good is on offense, Devontae Smith goes from star to superstar. We did lose a dev with Lane, but he's getting up there in age a little bit. But Jalen Hurts goes up 2 dev traits. Before in previous Maddens, it was it just didn't happen. You couldn't. It was literally it was designed that way. But he goes up to star dev off of just his stats this season. And he gets quarterback of the year and pops superstar dev. So we'll take that for our quarterback. That's the good. The bad is our defense get kind of mad. At least, Slay's leaving. So, but he lost all of his devs. Jordan Davis lost his superstar. Kaiser White lost his star dev. So we're going to be a little bit underpowered. But at least Moorhead's still an X factor. Don't really know he's playing at a super high level to justify that. But locking guys down. But at least we're going into the final year with our best Jalen Hurts yet. Over our final free agent, we still don't have crazy money. I'm going to try and grab a linebacker here so we don't have to just put 100% reliance on the draft. And it looks like that's what we're going to have to do. Yes, the rest of the remaining linebackers here that aren't going to charge us edge rusher money. I might take a better swing at who's available in the draft. Of course, this is a draft, one of the only few drafts I've seen that doesn't have 3-4 obvious selections at linebacker. Best in terms of projection is Caleb Dell out of A&M. Combine wasn't the best. I think our best shot at actually getting a guy that could come in and contribute is Trainer. I mean, he has that A zone coverage right away. The tackling and block shit aren't particularly good, but we're looking for guys with high ceilings that can come in and contribute. So let's go. The Combine looks very good. Give me the hidden dev. Damn. Draft recap, our final draft. We kind of peaked a little bit. That first couple drafts were absolutely cracked. Just cooled off. But Trainer, 71, normal. Still not bad for a guy that's projected to go second, third round, getting a 71. And he's most likely going to play in that Nakobe Dean role on our defense. Here we go. Final year of the Jalen Hurts Eagles rebuild. And I mean, at least Hurts is looking like the most baller guy on our team right now. With that coming off that double dev trait upgrades. Devontae is now a superstar. So offensively, don't get a lot of worries. Defensively, you know, it's a little bit lighter than what we've had for most of this rebuild so far. So hopefully these guys can pull their weight. And Jalen Hurts can once again play like an MVP candidate. We can go on a little bit of a run here in year 5. And because it is year 5, final year, winning the Super Bowl is our only objective. Yeah. 5-12. Last place in the division. He had 40 touchdowns a year ago. And this year, 31. I mean, at least... almost 3,000 yard receivers. AJ Brown, like weird sim for AJ Brown, all things considered, honestly. Defensively, Shelton Benjamin, that's what we're calling him from now on. He did well. Sacks. Our pass rush has never been really dominant. Our secondary has had some really good seasons, also some not so good seasons. But it's just inconsistency out of Jalen Hurts. A failure to, like, you know, I don't know. He's going to get a better roll of the dice. Last year was amazing. If he could play like last year, even 3 out of 5 years, I think things can be differently. And I don't know if this video had to get made, I think, because so many people were like, oh, of course you got rid of Jalen Hurts. So I felt like I owed Eagle fans that want to see a scenario where we try to build around Jalen Hurts to kind of play out. And I guess if you can crack the code and get him to play like that, you're going to have a lot of success. It's just the fact that that year was an absolute anomaly, and outside of really, I could say, getting kind of consistent rushing numbers, I don't know how, you know, maybe if you're looking about this as like, I want to do an Eagles rebuild, should I stick with Jalen Hurts? Well, here's enough. It's going to be tough, man. I don't think it's the scheme. Like, again, we had Anthony Richardson in our first Eagles rebuild, and he gave us like seasons like this more often than not. But we did it, you know, I wanted to do it. It was a challenge. I did not have overly high expectations, and I will say that I'm not overly surprised. Shout out to the fact that we drafted an X Factor in this video. That was absolutely sick. Rakeem Moorhead. That's, you know, or is it Rakim, like the rapper? Either way. Happy with our drafting. Happy with that 1 year to Jalen Hurts, but ultimately didn't have the juice to be able to go on and bring this team a Super Bowl. So take this for what it's worth. Just wanted to put it out there. Thank you guys very much for tuning into today's video. As always, if we can get 1,000 likes on today's video, it's just our Madden 23 like goals. Helps out me, helps out my channel with the YouTube robots. Let me know in the comment section below what team you want to see rebuilt next. I think we'll probably drop a new rebuild on Sunday. Tomorrow will be a new episode of the Carolina Panthers franchise because the outfit is in. The glasses are here for Baker Mayfield. Plus 30 throw power with these glasses. The do-rag sweatband thing that he wears should be arriving this afternoon. So we'll be ready for Baker Cam tomorrow. I haven't even checked that other video for the 5,000 Keith Taylor like jersey. Little situation that we threw out there. But for this video, Jalen Hurts on the Eagles. We tried. It did not work. That's all I can say. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys back in the next one. Peace out.